What up, guys? We get a fun one here today. I'm going to talk about the unks in the UFC that still got it. These are going to be fighters that are older in age, fighters that have been around the UFC for quite some time, that have had some bad stints in their career, maybe, had some moments where you're like, dude, they're totally washed. But it turns out that they still got it. Now, some of this might be a little presumptive in the sense that I think they still have it, and I think they're going to prove it in fights that they have coming up. Or it's moments that were proved that these guys still absolutely got it. They are not washed yet. They are still here to absolutely destroy prospects and completely ruin divisions still. So we're going to talk about the unks that still got it. And the reason I made this video is the first guy, dude, if you saw the thumbnail, you know that Kamaru Usman still kind of got it. Now, he is not prime Usman, right? This is not prime fighting Colby Covington Usman. The striking is not great, like not great at all. He still has some cobbly bobblies in the knees, but the dude still got it. He can go out there and beat top competition. Joaquin Buckley, even though he performed as bad as as bad as he has in the past year, that was one of his worst performances. And in the fifth round, he figured it out and he was fucking balling. But first four rounds were not the best. Able to get taken down easily. That's a tough fight for Kamaru Usman. It's a really tough fight for Usman to have. And he went out there and he won it, and he won it pretty dominantly. Like, won 3 rounds, in my opinion, arguably a fourth. 49-46, maybe 30-20, or maybe 48-47. But, I mean, he showed he still got it, dude. He was able to get the wrestling going, get the takedowns, land some ground and pound, and win a fight against a young, hungry, up-and-coming guy, and go 25 minutes, no problem at all, not getting tired. Unk still got it, bro. Like, Usman's one of these guys that still got it. And do I think that he can go out there and beat JDM? No, I think JDM would take him to absolute school. But dude, there's a world in which I can see him like getting Shavkat Rakhmonov to the ground and holding him there for a couple rounds and winning a decision. I can see him beating Bilal Muhammad at this point. Um, I think Unk still got a little bit in him. I think Unk still got a little bit in him. I think Sean Brady probably beats him, but again, I guess we'll see. Like, we would have to see how Brady does in that fight. So you know what? Good performance from Usman. The Unk still got it. We're gonna move on to number two. Dude, the resurgence and the title run is continuing. Unk has it through and through. Dom Reyes is like 35 years old, and he is coming off 3 knockout wins in a row, slumping dudes on the canvas. This guy had one of the most treacherous, sad downfalls in the history of a UFC career that we were all so upset with, and he's just bounced back like a maniac. He goes from beating John Jones in a decision, getting absolutely robbed, and then John ducking him in a rematch. We're gonna push that narrative, boy. We're pushing that, dude. He ducked Dom Reyes in the rematch because he knew he was just gonna get schooled again, and there's no way he was getting 2 robbery decisions in that. So he ducks the rematch for Dom Reyes, goes to hide up to heavyweight because he knows my GOAT is coming for him. And then Dom Reyes gets matched up with Blachowicz for a vacant title fight, gets slumped. And you're like, fuck, dude, Reyes should have been the title guy, but Blachowicz is good. Like, he'll bounce back. So what do? They give this guy Yuri Prochazka in his next fight. And he has a grueling, insanely fun fight with Yuri Prochazka. And he just ends up getting brutally, almost KOing Yuri with an upkick, and then getting brutally KO'd with a spinning elbow, completely taking his chin. And you're like, this guy now is a 3-loss streak, should be a 2-loss streak, but 2 in a row are off of just brutal KOs. The Yuri one particularly brutal. Then he goes to fight Ryan Spann, gets jabbed and flatlined with a jab. And you're like, dude, Unk's cooked. His career's gone. They fucking ruined everything. Dom Reyes should be a champion right now, but he just got slumped 3 times in a row. The dude's cooked. Unk's cooked. It's all over. We're fucked. Right? That happens in, I believe it was 2022. It was a good card, too, that they had on it. I don't remember which one it was. Might have been International Fight Week, actually, of 2023. This could have been Volk versus Yair. Could have been. I don't remember. But Unk takes some time off. And what happens after that? Comes back, gets a fight against Dustin Jacoby. You're like, dude, this is another guy that's got power in his hands. Great kickboxer, great timing. Like, he could slump Reyes if Reyes' chin is truly gone. It's not an easy fight, and Jacoby's now got a couple wins in a row here against Bruno Lopez, sick KO win, and Vitor Petrino, a sick KO win. And what happens? Boy, Dom Reyes sleeps. Not terribly sleeps, but like TKOs him and ends up knocking him out against the cage. Great win. Dom Reyes is back, dude. Gets back in the win column. Unk still, he showed, dude, he can hang with these guys just outside the top 15. Then he gets an Anthony Smith fight. Destroys Anthony Smith with an absolute one-sided beatdown. You're like, dude, he's hanging in there like Unk's coming back. Unk's coming back, dude. He can beat these guys that are, Anthony Smith, the jobber of all jobbers. And then he gets the Krylov fight, and he's an underdog in the Krylov fight, and everyone's like, dude, he's going to get slumped. Krylov's really, really good. He's got power, and Reyes still doesn't have chin. Look at the guys he was fighting. Nothing too crazy. And Dom Reyes sleeps him with a sick counter left hand as Nikita Krylov sprinted in. And you're like, dude, Unk fully has it, dude. He fully has it. I fully believe in the title run. Unk's got it going on, bro. I'm telling you right now, he's got it. Dom Reyes is never losing it. He's going to go fucking sleep Carlos Ulberg or Alexander Rakic and go get his title from Magomed Ankalaev. I'm telling you right now. Unk's got it. Dom Reyes is the second one. The third one, another guy that we saw win this year. And I'll give you a hint. It's on the same card as Dom Reyes. Unk still got it. Volk is a certified Unk. He's 35, 36 years old. I think he's 36 years old now. And bro just became a two-time world champion at featherweight. Beats all the curses. Beats the EA cover curse. Beats the Drake curse. Beats the 35 curse. Beats the two-time champion curse. Or like guys don't come back and win their second champions against, after getting slumped 2 in a row. Like no one gets slumped twice in a row and then goes back to the championship. Volk beat all the curses. Did it against one of the most dangerous guys in the division for him, Diego Lopez, who is, the way you beat Volk is you need to have power. If you have power, that's how you beat Volk. You're going to fluke him with a KO. You're not going to outskill Volk unless you're like Gene Silva maybe. But even then, like I don't think Gene Silva's more technical and more skilled than Volk. I just think he has more power. And he can hang in there with Volk long enough where at some point in 25 minutes he can knock out Volk. Diego Lopez is kind of the same way, but he had nothing over Volk other than power, but that could have been enough to do it. And in round 2, he dropped Volk. But Unk still got it, bro. He has the chin, gets back up, ends up putting on a masterclass performance on Diego Lopez, wins the fight 49-46. Clear 49-46, dude. I don't want people fucking yapping like, oh my god, Lopez kind of got robbed. Volk was running in round 5. You don't know fucking shit, okay? You're an idiot. Unk still got it, bro. The speed was there. He was still fast. He still was throwing combinations. He bit down in the pocket. People will say he was running the whole fight like they only watched fucking round 5 in the last 2 minutes. Volk was biting down, standing in the pocket, winging big hooks with Diego Lopez, and rocking him multiple times. Unk still got it. He had the cardio, he had the speed, he had the skill set, and guess what? He ended up having the chin. Unk still fucking got it. Volk staying in this category, bro. He's 36 and he's a world champ again. Unk still fucking got it. Moving on, this one's a little bit of a hotter take, but bro, I actually think Jeff Neal's got it, bro. He just slumped RDA super bad. He has a chance of beating a lot of the better grapplers in the division. Like, Jeff Neal's destroyed Bilal Muhammad, and he would be a nightmare matchup for him right now. Jeff Neal's like 34-35 also. And he is one of the best boxers in the division. Bro made Shavkat go life and death with him. He put more damage on Shavkat than anyone else in the UFC has even come close to doing. And bro, he's old as hell, but like, he's one of these tricky, crafty guys, dude. Not to Lucas Tracy, but like, he's one of these fucking crafty, tricky guys that's never going away. He's gonna be in the top 15 for his career, bro. You can put him against Prates. Prates might beat him, but Jeff Neal also has a chance in that fight. And then Jeff Neal will end up like fighting a guy like just outside the rankings, get 2 wins in a row, come back into the top 15, and then sleep someone in the top 10. Like, that's just how it goes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Jeff Neal still got it. The speed, the power, the accuracy, the chin, the takedown defense, bro. He's old, and you don't see him fight as much anymore, but bro still got it, bro. He's still got it. Jared Cannonier, bro. Listen, man. At the age of 40, you should not be surviving the way you do against some of these fucking power punchers, man. Imavov had a questionable stoppage against him, but like, Jared Cannonier had great moments in that fight and was hanging in there, was taking rounds off of Imavov. It was 2-1 Cannonier going into 4, and Imavov gets the 4th round TKO. Imavov was probably going to win that round, maybe even get the finish, but dude took 2 rounds off of fucking Imavov, who slumped Izzy in 2. He's still hanging in there. Caio Borralho, he took 2 rounds off of Borralho. Got fucking punched stiff in the octagon, goes to the ground, survives and not to get KO'd. Like, bruh. Then he gets Gregory Rodriguez, gets knocked down twice in the first round, and ends up winning the fight and finishing Gregory Rodriguez in an absolute banger of a fight. I'm telling you, dude, Jared Cannonier still got it. He's still a serious problem for a lot of guys in the division, and they're going to match him up with MVP. And MVP is going to be looked at as the guy, dude, Cannonier doesn't have a chance in this fight. No one does good against MVP on the feet. Cannonier can grapple, bro, and he is going to grapple in that fight, and he's going to shock a lot of people when he ends up beating MVP too. I'm taking Cannonier in that one, man. I think he wins it. I think Unk still fucking got it, and he just proved it in this Gregory Rodriguez fight, so we're going with Cannonier for another Unk that still got it. Similar category, Whitaker. Listen, dude, he loses to DDP and Hamzat and, like, beat Izzy in the second fight. He beat Izzy in the second fight. Y'all that think otherwise are fucking dumb, and if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. That's how it always is. Anyone that doesn't agree with me is wrong. Come on. That's just life, guys. You can't be as smart as me. I get it. But this guy goes out there and beats the fuck out of everyone not named Dricus and Robert Whitaker, and Dricus and Hamzat Chimaev. He got smushed by Chimaev, yes. But then they put him against Oleskarov, and you're like, dude, Oleskarov could be really dangerous. But nah, dude, Unk still got it, and he proved their levels, and he went out there and got a first-round finish. Monster. He schools Marvin Vettori when they fight, right? He fucking beats up on Gastelum in a 5-round event. Dude, he just beats up on anyone not named those guys. Like, he's got a fight with RDR, and RDR is he's the type that usually beats Whitaker. Physically dominant, really good at grappling, and just smudge and ugly fight style. But I'm telling you, bro, I think Whitaker's going to get it done. I still think he's a level ahead of RDR, and I know everyone's going to look at the DDP fight and say, that's what you all said about DDP. I get RDR's really, really good. I don't think he's at DDP's level, though. And I don't think he's as physically strong in the striking as DDP was. Like, DDP hurt Whitaker with a punch. RDR's not doing that. He's going to try and dominate him in the grappling, but I don't think RDR is going to be able to grapple as well as Hamzat did. So I'm saying Whitaker's an Unk that still got it, and he's going to prove it when he beats RDR. But I know we just talked about Cannonier. MVP's fucking 38 years old, and he's still styling on people. He made Shara look like he don't know how to fucking strike, and that's Shara's fucking specialty. Mady and Gary look like he don't know how to strike. He's faster than everyone at striking, bro. Like, schooled Kevin Holland. Who the fuck else did he beat? Was it just those 3 fights in the UFC so far? It might have been. But, dude, he still got it, man. MVP still fucking got it. Like, I think he loses to Cannonier. I'm going to pick Cannonier to beat him on the Chicago card. But, dude, I'm telling you, Unk still got this shit, bro. He's faster than everyone. He's got great striking. Sure, but his grappling's never been there. So before you say, dude, he gets easily out-grappled by anyone, when has he not been bad at grappling? He's always been bad at grappling, but he's still got it in the striking, and he's still a caliber of fighter that I think beats a lot of guys in the UFC. Maybe not Jared Cannonier, but he's an Unk that still got it, bro. We're going to move to the lightweight division, bro. This guy's 35 years old, coming off a win that he was a plus 220 underdog in, against a really good fighter, and he's got a win streak going now. It's Dan Hooker, bro. Dan Hooker is an Unk. Say what you want, bro. Dan Hooker's an Unk. He's been in the UFC for so fucking long, had so many fights in the UFC, has gone all the way up to the top 5, to all the way down to the top 15, like number 14 or 15, to back to the top 6, top 5. Dan Hooker was a number 5 ranked guy after he beat Gamrot. Guy's coming off a win over Jalen Turner and Mateusz Gamrot. Wars of fights, absolutely sick fights. He's still got it. He has still got it, bro. I'm telling you, he does. So I'm going to put Dan Hooker in this category because he's 35 years old, been in the UFC forever, and dude, like, he's still got it. He's beating guys that are younger than him, that are super, super skilled. So Dan Hooker's in the category too. We're going to go to another old head. Bro, I saw the fight with Olberg, and I know Jan Blachowicz won rounds 1 and 3. Unk still has it. At the crisp age of like 42 years old, Jan Blachowicz still has it. He's still got power. He's still got a really good chin. He still throws more output than a guy like Carlos Olberg, and he wins rounds off of Carlos Olberg. Jan Blachowicz still got it, bro. He does. He's an unk, right? 42 years old, former champion, has a little losing skid. He's going to go. I watched him beat fucking Carlos Olberg. You can make an argument that he had a win against Pereira, even though I still give Pereira that fight. You can make an argument for Jan Blachowicz in that fight. Those are two arguable wins coming off of a title loss before that, or a title draw before that with Magomed Ankalaev, which you can, that's when he probably lost. But like, dude's on a little bit of a skid right now, but he's still got it, bro. He's giving everyone tough fights. And he's winning fights, and they're just not giving him decisions. We're going to move to the last unk that I'm telling you has got it, bro. Rob Font's got it. He is a fucking unk. He's 37-ish years old. I want 36, 37. And everyone's like, dude, he's done. He lost a bunch of times in a row to Aldo. Got smoked in that fight. Got smoked by Chito Vera. Then he goes into the fight with Yanez, and he beats Yanez, and you're like, oh my god, he's back. And then Sandhagen smudges him, and you're like, oh, never mind, he don't got it. And then he bounces back with 2 wins in a row. Or sorry, he loses to Figgy after that too. So he's on a little bit of a streak of losing here. Then he bounces back with 2 wins in a row, turns back the clock, and schools a much younger and more athletic Kyler Phillips. Takes him to school, and then he beats Gene Matsumoto in a very, very close decision. Wins the fight. I still think he won the fight, and it's not just because I picked him, dude. I'm not biased, haha. But bro, he still got it. Like, is he gonna beat the top 10 guys? Not really. Like, is he gonna beat like a Jan or a Sandhagen or a Figueiredo again? Maybe he beats Figgy this time. But like, is he gonna beat a fucking guy in the top 5 there? No. Was he ever going to? No, he really wasn't. He just was never gonna beat a Marab, a Corey Sandhagen, a Piotr Jan, a Sean O'Malley. Those are Sean Yadong. Like, he's not winning those matchups, and he really, I don't think at any point was. But he's winning a lot of the ones outside of that. Like, he probably can beat Cejudo. Maybe he gets taken down and held there. Maybe he does. But he has a good fight with Cejudo. He's gonna have a good fight with Cejudo if they fight. He'll have, like, he had a great fight with Gene Matsumoto. He schooled Kyler Phillips. He probably beats Montel Jackson, dude. I can actually see him beating Montel Jackson. There's a world in which he beats Chito Vera. If it's a 3-round fight, he beats Chito Vera. I'm just saying that. This guy absolutely 30-27's Chito Vera in a 3-round fight. No doubt. He beats a lot of these other guys. So you know what? I'm saying he's one of the youngs that still got it because of his age and because of, like, some of the tough times he had in the UFC, but he still fucking got it. So this is the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you think there are any other guys you'd consider unks that still got it. I was thinking of, like, Max Holloway. Listen, I know he got knocked out by Topuria, but he still got it. He's like 32, bro. He's not an unk, really. So didn't put him in there. There could be some other guys, but I tried to do anything over the age of, like, 34, 35. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe.